I wanted to start this week by showing you a building. This is Alexandra Court, which is a rather ugly residential tower block not far from where I live in Dalston in Hackney. And the reason that it's called Alexandra Court is because it is built on the site of the old Alexander Theatre, which was a beautiful old theatre designed by the famous theatre architect Frank Matcham, who also designed, Hackney Empire, the Palladium, the Colosseum, Blackpool Grand, Buxton Opera House, like all of these amazing, amazing theatres, some of which remain, but many of which are no longer around. And the ones that have been lost, almost all of them were lost in one big sweep, basically, as television became more and more popular and everybody had a TV in their homes. And suddenly people stopped going to the theatre and these places became financially unviable. And they were taken down and replaced, rather sadly, by these ugly buildings, although of course, it's good if people get to live there, etc. But it's a shame to have lost these beautiful old theatres. And I would love so much to be able to walk out of my place and be at the theatre in only a few minutes walk and see shows there. I would love it. These places are so beautiful. But it put me in mind of what's going on right now in the entertainment industry. Since Keir Starmer came to power, revenues in entertainment have fallen in the UK by 15%. That's a huge drop, right? And it's not like they were in great shape before that. We were already struggling dramatically with the after effects of the lockdown, with the after effects of conservative policy for years and years and years that just hasn't had any intention of supporting the arts, and also with the impacts of austerity and the resultant cost of greed crisis, runaway inflation, runaway capitalism. It's been really tough. And when you work in entertainment, you're always supposed to say, buy now, quickly, before everything sells out. But I'm not going to be so dishonest, Things are really tough. I think my shows are extremely important and extremely high quality, and I put a lot of love and effort into them. But at the moment, it is really, really difficult to sell tickets. And it's not just me saying that, it's everybody I know in entertainment across different genres and all the rest. Firstly, Keir Starmer should be doing something about this. Although I'm not saying that he's done anything to cause it, what he hasn't done is undone all the damage done by the Conservatives, inflation, the lockdown, austerity, etc., etc. He should be stepping up to the plate and doing something about it. But also, we, the public, need to have a look at what we're doing, because there are still tickets that are selling for entertainment shows, selling like hotcakes. Look at Taylor Swift, look at Oasis, look at the way that there can be a hugely expensive run, a panic buying of these incredibly inflated, what they call dynamic pricing, where as demand goes up, they increase the price. You know what that used to be called? A motherfucking scam. That's what it used to be called, yeah. And clearly some people can afford to go to these shows. And when people do pay to go to these shows, they very often then end up spending two or three times as much at the bar. There clearly is money in at least some people's pockets. If we want live entertainment to still be around, we need to patronise it. We need to go to it, we need to support it, and we need to support artists. And incidentally, this broadens out as well to your local restaurant, your local cafe, your local microbrewery, your local bakery, whatever other local family-run businesses you want to survive. You have to take your business there or they won't survive. As well as all the other things I've mentioned, also at the moment, very much in a similar way to the way that television was damaging the Frank Matcham theatres, social media is damaging live entertainment. People's time and money gets absorbed into things that they see online, into doom scrolling, and we talk a lot about the impact of that on the mental health of the person doing it. But we also have to recognise a much broader principle, which is that if we spend all our time on social media, then sooner or later, social media will be all that exists. And I personally think that would be an absolute tragedy. So let me end 2024 by saying thank you so much to the people who sponsor these videos. You are keeping me going and keeping my work going. Thank you to all the people who come to shows. Thank you to all the people who support those shows, whether it's putting me up for the night or sharing a poster or a flyer, or letting friends know about what's going on, giving me lifts, letting me know, asking for me at their local club. All of these people have, a huge role to play in keeping the live entertainment industry going. And if you want there to be enough theatre shows for you to go twice a week, you have to go twice a week. And if you can't afford it and you really want to go, please drop us a line, because we get it. Austerity is hitting us and it's hitting the rest of you as well, and all the other things that I've mentioned. If we can find a way to get you in for a price that you can afford, always drop us a line, because we always want to help if we can. And I hope to see you in 2025 live and in person at a show in a local venue, doing the thing that I think is one of the things that makes life really worthwhile. Happy New Year. Increasingly, the mainstream media is terrible at informing the public of what is really going on. I'm only able to make these videos because people are generous enough to sponsor me making them, and if you're able to be a part of that, I would hugely appreciate it. It can cost as little as $1 a month, and you'll get loads of fun bonus content and lots of extras from me, and my undying gratitude. I also massively appreciate it if you're able to like, share these videos and let people out there know what's going on.